Before we go in the museum, let's go into Harborside Park. I haven't been down here in ages. The last time I came in here that I can recall was for a STEM thing in like 2016 to 2018, somewhere between those 3 years, 2016, 17, or 18. I can't remember when. See, this is why I like coming down here in January, because it's quite quiet. You won't get a lot of noise. Here's the thing. We're going to go inside of the museum, right? But I'm not going to show you the entire museum today. The Harborside Park, on the other hand, I'll show you. In the summertime, these cylinders you're about to see will have water. But I rarely come down here because it gets too noisy. And you know, since I get those headaches, I can only tolerate so much noise. So this is called Harborside Park. It's down here by the Bremerton Seattle Ferry. So this is a great scenic walk. I like coming to do that. That is the ferry. I forgot which ferry it is. It's not the Walla Walla. The Walla Walla to me is the nicest ferry that's swapped between here in Bremerton and Bainbridge Island. And for context, Bainbridge is a part of Kitsap County. They don't like to boast about it, and they don't like it, but it is. See those? Yep, these cylinders get filled with water and the kids play in it in the summertime. So you can sit here, have lunch. All those cars are waiting to go catch this ferry. Right now you can see they're loading the ferry dock. Wonder if I'll stand here and wait for a ferry to take off. Understand that today I'm not going to take y'all to see the full museum. I'm just going to look at a few exhibits, and then I'll come give you a comprehensive later. But right now I wanted to give a full comprehensive of the park. To me, this is my favorite park in Kitsap County because it requires very little maintenance. Tsunami hazard zone. I didn't even know that this was a tsunami hazard zone. That right there is new to me. So that's the ferry. Oh, that's the Chimical. They named the ferries here in the state of Washington most of the time after the tribes. And I've only met one Chimical woman whose family was connected to Point No Point Lighthouse. I think this ferry is about to take off. There's the fast ferry over there. Then you get the smaller ones that come across the water from Port Orchard. So let's continue to walk the park. But that noise usually signals that the ferry's about to take off. And it is headed to Seattle. So let's see. I keep forgetting how huge these things are. Yep, there y'all go. You are witnessing it right now, the ferry as it moves from the terminal. Let me go. Now, I was about to turn this camera off. Let me get closer in the park. It's nice to have very little people here today. You don't have to drive on the ferry, you all. You can also just walk on, which is what I'm gonna do when I go to the Museum of Illusions in the Klondike. Just wanted y'all to see what happens when a ferry leaves dock. They are on their way to Seattle. And again, that's the fast ferry. Less than 10 years ago, we didn't even have those smaller ferries. Let me zoom in for you. That sucker can get you to Seattle in half an hour, whereas this one is going to be a full hour, but I like the full hour adventure. On there you got food. I think they still have Ivor's clam chowder unless they lost that contract. Who knows? This video is gonna take a while to download. So this one, I haven't rode that often and don't remember how the seats look. That's the Chimical. We don't get the Walla Walla that often, so it's a treat when we do. If y'all got vertigo, I'm sorry, because I'm moving right now. FYI, don't jump in this harbor, not so much because you'll be arrested, because you will, but because this water's bone chilling cold even in the summer. That's a Kitsap Transit ferry that's about to come into view in a minute. So, to give you all some context, that one goes to the harbor down there that you cannot see, that I'll try to zoom in on. Port Orchard, but right now we're going to come back to the Chimical. It is fully out in the water. She's about to, or he is about to go to Seattle. People call boats she most of the time. So because I got that massage and don't have these headaches, yep, I'll have to film the signs on the way in. But that's the ferry I'm going to be taking. Not that direct ferry maybe, but that's an example of how the ferry's going to look when I go to Seattle. The state of Washington switches them out, so the Chimical is not our permanent ferry. Ferry schedules change by season, so remember, if you come out here and you ever catch the ferry, that is the reality. So yep, Mr. Burns, when I go to Seattle, that is the ferry I catch to go. I would prefer to go on a Saturday. Who knows, I might do it in February or March before the main tourist season. Alright, the Chimical is on its way to Seattle, and we are still at Harborside Park. Let me zoom out, and you get the park from the opposite way from where the water is. Alright, thanks for watching.